Kenneth, I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Probably not.
The University of Memphis football schedule official. We know who we're playing. We don't have the official dates for the conference game. Should be coming out soon. But we have been getting the most national love preseason since the year 2019.
What year is that? Are you talking about? What do you
2019.
mean?
We continue
Racking up some preseason love.
It's not every single one, but I've seen numerous college football analysts pick us to be the G5 representative in the first 12-team playoff. The most recent.
Okay. Before you move on, what are you talking about? G5 representative of the college football playoffs of the. Well, there's a lot going on here.
So it was officially, the playoff is moving to 12 teams next year.
That's right. Instead of 4.
Florida
State's like, thank you very much.
Yeah. Florida State and several others. Moves to 12.
Right.
They've officially voted with, I think it was 6-6 originally. So the 5 Power 5 champions auto bid, the highest rated G5 champion auto bid.
Okay.
And then 6 at large. With the disbandment of the Pac-12, they just voted, math's hard, they voted to move it to 5 and 7. So there's 4 Power conferences.
4 Power 5 conference.
4 Power 4 conferences.
4 power conferences.
The Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC,
The American.
the ACC.
Damn it.
And Memphis.
Let's go. I thought the American would surely be able to.
The G5 representative gets a slot, and a lot of experts are picking us to be that representative. The most recent was last week, and Bill Conley, he released the SP Plus rankings. We are ranked, I was going to tell you to guess, but I told you in the break.
Let me guess. 37.
6.
Oh,
I told you and you forgot.
I forgot.
That was your opportunity to cheat. I'm
so good at
36, which is the highest ranked G5, predicts us to be the 12th seed.
Okay.
Which we talked about this.
The 12th seed.
Yeah.
What if they go beat Florida State?
Then my assumption would be that we wouldn't be the 12th seed. Well, Florida State would have to have a damn good year. So Kenny and I were talking about this. Most years, more often than not, I think the G5 is going to be the 12th
seed, which means that then they would play the 1 seed.
Well, no. The first 4 get buys.
Oh, they get a bye. So then they would play the 5th, 5 and 12.
You would play, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Winner of that would play 1.
Oof.
So, likely, in a realistic scenario, we go to Tallahassee, we lose. We're 12-1. We're the American champion. We end up the 12th seed, and we're playing like a 5-seed Bama
Washington.
Or a 5-seed Oregon or a 5-seed Texas.
Oh, God.
You beat them, and then you get the 1.
I'm down for it all.
In a scenario where we go to Tallahassee and we beat Florida State, we're 13-0 and the American champion. And then let's say Florida State goes 12-1 with their only loss being to the University of Memphis Tigers.
But they win the ACC.
They win the ACC.
They would still be in the top 4 seed.
So the 1 through 4 are reserved for the Power 4 conference champions. They get the buys.
Okay.
So they would be 4th. And in that scenario, maybe the Tigs are 6 or 7. Or 8. I don't know.
How do you feel about this?
It's getting me damn excited.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Just off this, kind of move in this direction for a second. It felt like a lot of
Getting so slouched.
I felt like at the beginning of the year, last year, there was very little buzz around this program.
0.
And I think a lot of it was due, in my belief, and maybe you can disagree with me, it wasn't because this team wasn't talented. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that the whole conference realignment conversation had been going on all offseason. Memphis was supposed to be, to all of our thought processes was that Memphis was going to be involved in that. and then they weren't.
Yeah.
And it felt like there was just a level of disappointment coming into
100%
the year.
Well, I think a lot of it was that, and then you were also coming off back-to-back
7 and
6 seasons where they really should have been 10-win seasons.
Should have been 10-win seasons,
and you kind of threw away a couple of games.
Totally agree with that.
And the difference is the conference realignment settled. You're in a good spot to get into a playoff that's been expanded, so you have a legitimate shot of.
You could win the whole damn thing.
Yes, if you get in, you have a legit shot of winning the whole thing, which has not realistically been there before.
But isn't that, like, to me, is this not the smartest decision that the committee has made in a long time?
I have been screaming from day one. It should be
a
similar,
playoff.
yes, and it should be. I still argue it should be the same as like the FCS,
like
where every conference champion gets a bid, and then you have, I think, what they have a 32, which maybe that's too many, or 24. I don't know what it is.
I mean, you're talking about a lot of extra games added to the schedule,
but
right?
to that, get rid of the freaking. I mean, you don't need 4 out of conference games where
it's true. So cut down the non-conference games,
especially in the power programs, or 3 of them are doo-doo
Cupcakes.
Programs.
Yeah, no.
Like, why are they playing those? Change those to be home playoff games, and you're probably getting more money out of it anyway.
But what if there has to be a set number of regular season games, though, right? So would you cut down the regular season games in total? Like instead of it being,
it would probably be, instead of 12,
it'd be
10 or 9.
9, 10?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, then you're
I think
talking
this
about
is great, though.
12, but then you're talking about
12's a great place to start.
But then you're talking about programs that, what if they don't make the playoffs, and then now they're having to live off of 10 games of income, of revenue, instead of 12?
Then don't suck.
Good point. I mean, I hear you.
I do. I think that, or some sort of promotion relegation system, would be legit.
If college football is the first sport that is primarily American, that introduces relegation. Primarily America.
To promote or relegate, it would
does the promotion relegation. I'm gonna lose my mind.
It would be awesome,
because that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. I don't care what you think about sports in general, but the greatest tournament in the history of all sports is still March Madness.
100%.
And so now what the college football is doing, it's getting rid of these BS bowls that mean nothing to anybody that's playing in them.
Yeah.
Even though the Liberty Bowl was pretty dope this year. It was fun.
I think that's another reason why there's going to be a little bit more buzz.
That Liberty Bowl was fun.
A little bit of Liberty Bowl hangover.
A little bit of Liberty Bowl hangover.
Carrying us to August.
A little bit of cocktail. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this, I think, is like...
I mean, I think it's going to take some years to get to that point. I think the first several years, you're probably going to see some really bad blowouts. I mean, think about it. The first couple of years of the 4 team, there was hardly ever a good semifinal game, really.
It's true. Yeah.
I mean, a majority of them were blowouts.
Right.
You know, you had the Michigan State getting absolutely stomped. Notre Dame got stomped several. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time to get there before you start really seeing that parity amongst programs that are getting in. But at some point, it'll
happen.
You're going to have a Cinderella that's going to make it.
I mean, how many years did
this?
How many years did it take for a 16 seed to be a 1 seed? Right. But it happens.
And then when it happens, it's
happened
incredible.
again. It happened again this last year.
Yeah.
It's Purdue.
And it's amazing.
And it's awesome.
That's all give the little guy a shot.
Give us a shot. And so for a school like Memphis, my expectation is that this leading up into fall camp is going to be electric in this city, because the Tigers have a damn good team and they have a shot.
And a real shot.
To play for something that matters.
Legitimate, the first time ever, a real shot.
Dude, I'm so amped up. We're in the throes of college basketball, and I love college basketball season. But damn if I'm not excited for college football to start.
You're not the only one. I've seen it all over the X-verse. People wanting college football here.